What's going on, Buffs Nation? I know y'all woke up just like I did to some heartbreak. Awful performance. Lost to Nebraska in Nebraska 28-10. There were some silver linings, but for the most part, Buffs struggled. Let's dive into that here on the morning after. Let's talk about the game, both sides of the ball. This video is powered by our partners over there at BetUS. Check them out. They're hooking the gamers up. They're giving you a 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. Taking care of the new gamer. So check them out at BetUS. So, yeah. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all hop in the comments. How'd y'all feel about that drubbing? Because the game started off bad. 28-0. I mean, as soon as the game gets going, you throw a pick six. The offense never could get going. The line just looked like it just was not even, I don't know. The line looked terrible. We let a freshman, Dylan Rhule, go out there and cook on the defense. Now I'll give the defense this. Second half, did not give up any points, but at that point, what does that mean, right? You didn't have to do much. You did force a punt on every possession up until the end of the game, which was, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight punts, right? You forced 5 straight punts, so the defense finally turned things up. Offense got a little cooking, got to get, a field goal, but the offense could never get going in this game, which is so wild to me. You would have expected that Colorado would have been able to move the ball with the wide receiver room that they have, with the talent on this roster. I mean, of course, Travis Hunter put up his numbers, 10 catches, 110. Will Shepard as well as LeJontay Wester were okay. Jimmy Horn was okay. Wester gets his first touchdown as a Buff. It just felt bad. And then the run game, guys, the run game, 22 carries for 16 yards. That includes Shedur's minus 30 because he was basically on his back majority of the game. That is not what I expected, right? Giving up 6 sacks like that and then getting 0 sacks on the defensive side. Yeah, there's a lot of work that's going to have to go down here. And that pick 6, of course, hurt. I saw the picture of it. I'm watching the game, just sitting there like, it was a very anticlimactic weekend in the college football realm. I'm going to be honest. It just was not all that. All right, let's look at these numbers real quick. Dive into it down. But first, word from the sponsor. So we got to talk about BetUS, of course. They're hooking y'all up, right? 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. They are taking care of the gamer. And they also have that Bettors insurance, right? Can't beat that. Where they give you 10% back of your net losses twice a year. I don't know nobody else in the industry doing that. And right now, it's NFL season. So as you can see, NFL Week 1 is up. You can jump in there, get yourself some bets in before the kickoff. It's football season, so it's every day just about. You got some sort of football. Basketball's going to follow soon. Heck, I even saw college volleyball up in this bad boy. The sports book's got everything you're looking for, so check it out. Let them know I sent you. They're hooking up the gamer, 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. Just enter the promo code YouTube150. The number is 150. YouTube150. BetUS is taking care of you. So we'll get taken care of. Let's game on. We, of course, ain't got footage yet from the L, so we're going to take the one from the dub just so we can feel better about ourselves, right? Shedur finishes this game out there, 244, touchdown and a pick, and that pick 6 was brutal, right? It was telegraphed. You could see it exactly where he was throwing the ball, and that is never a good thing. If the defense is reading you like that, read the man like a book. Run game, I've been saying that we need more Dalen Hayden, right? He had a 17-yard run, 5 carries, 32 yards. I think he's one of the better backs on the team, right? The team needs to run the ball more, period, right? I get that the team is best when the ball is in Shedur's hands, but that don't mean nothing if the team is prepared for passing the entire time, right? I mean, yeah, Shadur's the best option, but throwing it 38 times like that and running the ball 22 times and they're basically reading your passes is not a good thing. You got to mix things up. Got to be critical here, right? Prime, you got to get better at that. Shermer, you got to get better at that. This team did not look too good. The line, I mean, if you need to get some screenplays going to help the offensive line, they struggled. They struggled in this game. Every time you looked up, Shadur was pressure. People were in his face. Passes just weren't flying well, right? Dalen Hayden needs to be the bell cow. You need to run the ball 20 times with him. Something, right? Get at least close to 15. You need more runs. And I get it, right? I mean, the run game wasn't opened up as much, but find a way. Get some screens going, right? Get some swing passes, something. You got to find a way to get the running game going because that is what's going to help Shadur get the pass game going. Teams are keying in on that. They know what to do. Last year was a little bit of a struggle, so they're now saying we're just going to stop Shadur. We're not even going to worry about the run game because the run game is non-existent. There's no reason to even pay attention to that part, right? The ball needs to be ran more. Travis Hunter can't do everything at wide receiver either, right? Getting him the ball is great. Putting up video game numbers, gotta love it. But if you want to win games, compete, especially in the Big 12, you gotta be able to run it. And then the defense has gotta step up, right? Defensively, getting Cameron Selman-Craig back, big plus. Prime talked about it earlier in the week that he was coming back in this game. He had 11 total tackles with 3 tackles for a loss. Hey, man, pretty darn good. Team did well on that part, right? What's that, 7 tackles for a loss in this game? Tried. There was effort there. But Nebraska got 10 tackles for a loss. Also with 6 sacks. That's where you kind of run into some problems. The defense just felt like it couldn't stop anything. Now, statistically, Nebraska was very balanced. 185 passing, 149 rushing. They kept a very balanced offensive setup, right? Over 300 some yards, and it was all balanced. That's something that Bub's got to be better at. And so to me, Prime, what he's going to have to do in this situation is he's going to take a look in the mirror and try to figure out, all right, what do we need to do going forward? Because the good thing is Robert Livingston's defenses step up later in the game. The problem is that they are starting off kind of blasé. Again, gave up 0 points in the second half. Now, that also can be contributed to Nebraska not really trying and just saying, we've got this game, let's just coast. So it's not something where I could say, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm lost for words in this one. I do feel like what Prime needs to do is run the ball. Period. The defense got to step up and play better in the first quarter and not only in the second half. Second half is great. Again, giving up no points second half is awesome, but it also Nebraska wasn't trying to do much either. They were out there just kind of, chilling because they had to leave 28-0. When you're up 28-0, you just coast. Especially when you know your defense is going to stop their team. And that's what it felt like. They're just like, oh, we going to stop them. We good. We Gucci. Why should we be concerned? Nothing for us to worry about. We're going to shut them down. And to me, that's a problem. So back to the drawing board for the Buffs. Back to the drawing board going into next week. I mean, next week is a rivalry game. You know Jay Norvell's going to bring their A game. They can't stand Prime, so they're going to do everything possible to try and embarrass the squad. And I hope that Prime and staff is prepared for that. Tell me what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let your boy know your thoughts. A little worn down. It was a wild weekend. Not much sleep. Jump right in, watch more film. Trying to understand what needs to be done. It's a lot of intricate stuff that needs to go down. And I'm not even gonna dive into that. We're gonna get a nap in and but we had to drop something for y'all this morning. Shout out to BetUS sponsoring the video. They hooking the gamer up 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. They're taking care of you. Use the promo code YouTube150. The number is 150, YouTube150. Add that. They're taking care of you. And yeah, we'll chop it up soon.